Imagine a world where your daily routines are disrupted by unforeseen circumstances. How prepared are you to face a crisis? With escalating global and local threats, preparation is no longer optional, it's essential. It's not just about surviving, it's about thriving. It's about ensuring your safety and sustainability in a rapidly changing world. We're here to guide you through 10 top priority tasks that deserve your immediate attention. So, let's dive into the top priority tasks that you, as a prepper, need to tackle immediately. As the cold season approaches, making winter preparations is a task that cannot be overlooked. Imagine the chill creeping in, the snow piling up, and you're snug and warm. Not because of luck, but due to your foresight and planning. It's time to get down to business. Start by checking your heating systems. A well-maintained furnace or fireplace can be the difference between a cozy winter and a freezing one. Don't forget to insulate your pipes, too. Burst pipes are a winter nightmare that no one wants to deal with. Next, let's talk about fuel. Whether it's firewood for your fireplace or propane for your heater, ensure you have enough to last the season. And let's not forget about warm clothing. Stock up on thermal wear, gloves, hats, and scarves. Layers are your best friends when the temperature drops. Remember, the key to surviving winter is preparing before it arrives. With hurricane season nearing, it's time to reinforce your home and set up your emergency kits. Now, there's no need to panic, but there is a need to prepare. It all starts with your home, your fortress. Reinforce windows with hurricane film or plywood, secure loose outdoor items, and check that your roof and drainage systems are ready to handle the heavy rains. Next, let's talk about emergency kits. These should include necessary items like food, water, medicine, and a battery-powered or hand-crank radio. Remember to pack enough supplies to last for at least 3 days. Finally, it's crucial to have a plan. Know your evacuation routes and identify safe locations within your home. And always keep an eye on the weather reports. Preparation is the key to weathering any storm, figuratively and literally. So as the winds begin to pick up, remember, staying ahead of the storm means being prepared for it. In a world where conflicts are escalating, it's crucial to understand how these can affect you locally. Intensifying global conflicts, particularly in the Middle East and with Russia, may seem remote, but they can have far-reaching ramifications. These conflicts can disrupt the world's delicate balance of power and stability, leading to potential supply shortages and increased prices. Think about it. When trade routes get blocked or international relations deteriorate, the flow of essential goods can slow down or even come to a halt. This can lead to a scarcity of resources, from fuel to food, and cause prices to skyrocket. It's not just about the geopolitical chess game. It's about how these moves on the global stage trickle down to your daily life. So what can you do? Stay informed, understand the global picture, make preparations that can help you weather these potential disruptions. Being prepared means staying informed and understanding the global picture. Reports of lower than expected harvests underline the importance of securing your own food supply. And this isn't just about having a hefty stockpile of canned goods. While a well-stocked pantry is indeed a prepper's best friend, it's only half the battle. Taking control of your food supply also means growing your own food. Picture this, a lush backyard garden sprouting leafy greens, juicy tomatoes, and crisp cucumbers. It's not only a sustainable food source, but also a therapeutic hobby. But what if you don't have a green thumb? Don't worry, there are countless resources available to help you get started. From learning the basics of gardening to understanding the intricacies of hydroponics, the journey to self-sufficiency can be as exciting as it is rewarding. And let's not forget about hunting, fishing, and foraging. These age-old skills can supplement your diet while connecting you with nature. Remember, your survival depends on your food supply. So start planting, preserving, and learning today. In a world where inflation rates are high, preserving your wealth requires strategic planning. With money losing its purchasing power by the day, it's no longer enough to let your hard-earned savings sit idle in a bank account. Instead, think about diversifying your financial portfolio. Start by investing in tangible assets. This could be anything from real estate, gold, silver, or even rare commodities. These assets tend to hold their value well, even when the economy takes a nosedive. But don't stop there. Also consider spreading your savings across different currencies or investing in stocks and bonds. By doing so, you spread the risk and potentially cushion yourself against a single currency's downfall. And finally, let's not forget the importance of having a cash reserve for immediate needs. This way, you won't have to liquidate your investments at an unfavorable time. In times of economic instability, Smart financial decisions can make a world of difference. When the time comes to evacuate, is your vehicle ready to take you to safety? A question that demands serious thought. Your vehicle is more than just a means of transportation, it's a lifeline in times of crisis. Start with the basics: regular maintenance. Ensure your vehicle is in top condition. That means regular oil changes, tire checks, brake inspections, and keeping the fuel tank at least half full at all times. Next, let's talk about your car emergency kit. This isn't your everyday first aid kit. Your car kit should include items like jumper cables, a flashlight, road flares, a multi-tool, and a blanket. Stock it with non-perishable food items and water too. Lastly, don't limit yourself to a single evacuation route. Roads can become impassable during disasters. Plan multiple routes and familiarize yourself with them. In the end, being ready to move at a moment's notice can be a lifesaver, because when the time comes, readiness is everything. With potential for grid instability, becoming energy independent is more important than ever. Imagine being able to power your home, your tools, your life, no matter what's happening in the world. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, it's not only possible, it's essential. Let's start with solar energy. It's clean, renewable, and abundant. By installing solar panels, you can harness the power of the sun to generate electricity for your home. And with advancements in technology, solar energy systems are becoming more affordable and accessible. Wind power is another great option. A small wind turbine in your backyard can provide a significant amount of energy. It's a bit more of a project, but well worth it in the long run. And remember, energy isn't just about electricity. Consider other forms of energy too, like wood for heating and cooking or biodiesel for vehicles. Remember, energy independence is not just a luxury, it's a necessity. In times of crisis, the strength of your community can be your biggest asset. It's not just about you and your immediate family, it's about the collective well-being of your neighborhood, your town, or even your city. Establishing and strengthening community ties is an essential step in prepping. It's about building bonds, sharing knowledge, and pooling resources. Imagine a network of people who can rely on each other when the going gets tough. Forming mutual aid groups, where everyone brings a unique skill or resource to the table, can be a game changer. It's about cooperative preparation, where the whole is indeed greater than the sum of its parts. Think about it. If your neighbor is a mechanic and you're a gardener, wouldn't it make sense to swap skills and resources? It's not just about survival, it's about thriving together in the face of adversity. Remember, together we are stronger. Developing key survival skills ensures you're equipped to handle a crisis independently. Imagine for a moment you're in a situation where medical help isn't immediately available. Knowing first aid could mean the difference between life and death. It's not just about knowing CPR or how to bandage a wound, but also recognizing signs of illness and understanding how to treat them with limited resources. Next, let's talk about basic mechanics. This could range from fixing a leaky pipe to troubleshooting a car engine. These skills could prove invaluable when professional help isn't an option. Lastly, mastering off-grid living skills is a game changer. Whether it's learning how to effectively harness solar power or understanding how to grow and preserve your own food, these skills help you maintain a semblance of normalcy even in the direst of situations. Remember, knowledge is something that can't be taken away from you. In a crisis, your skills are your most valuable assets. Clean water is non-negotiable when it comes to survival. Think about it, we can't survive more than a few days without it. Now, if you're caught in a crisis with no access to clean water, that's a real-life horror movie waiting to unfold. But don't worry, we're not here to scare you, but to prepare you. So, let's talk about setting up sustainable water collection and purification systems. First, rainwater collection. It's simple, effective, and can be a lifesaver in an emergency. You can use anything from barrels to specially designed collection systems. Next, water purification, because, let's face it, not all water is created equal. You need to ensure it's safe to drink. Boiling is the most common method, but there are also purification tablets and portable filters you can use. And here's a fun fact. Did you know you can also purify water using the sun's UV rays in a method called solar water disinfection? Remember, without water, survival is impossible. So let's keep those water jugs filled, folks. Being a prepper is about taking immediate actions to ensure your safety and sustainability in a rapidly changing world. We've covered critical areas from winter preparations and hurricane readiness to securing food supply and water. we've discussed the importance of community networking, skills development, and the need for energy independence. Not to forget, the urgency of being prepared for global conflicts and economic instability. So don't wait for tomorrow, start tackling these tasks today to stay ahead of the curve.